I'm not sure how you're supposed to spend your 20s, but I've been spending mine learning all the lessons that people tried so hard to teach me when I was a kid. You see, I'm the sort of character that needs to have my nose in it to believe it. Unless I've experienced the problem, I don't believe the problem would ever apply to me. You can warn me, you can use your life and others as examples, you could have a PhD in it and dedicate your life to it, but unless every cell in my body has lived through it and my own brain has come to the same conclusion you told me years ago, I won't believe it. With that in mind, here are 3 things I've learned so far in my 20s. Number 1, brushing your teeth is important. I'd seen so many adverts about gum disease with people spitting out blood in a sink, and I remember thinking that happens to everyone and they're just pussies. It's only when my wisdom teeth started growing and the agony of it was unbearable and paracetamol did fuck all that I realised brushing my teeth isn't something I do to keep people near me and wanting to kiss me. It matters for me. It's not until I had to have a filling that I realised I should floss every day, not just to show off during the first few months of dating or on holiday with my friend, but actually for me. I hadn't realised how permanent the damage is. You don't really until you live through the beginnings of losing something and then regret not having prevented it. And then everything becomes about slowing down the permanent loss of it. Number 2, exercising makes life more bearable, and it makes me more bearable to others. As a kid, getting out of PE gave me a thrill akin to the first encounter with nicotine, an unparalleled, naughty, rebellious buzz. I got clever with my tactics. I always had an appointment, or my knees hurt, or I forgot my kit again. But now that the sports teachers aren't there to push against, and that my parents aren't offering that I join them on their run, I could easily get away with a maximum of 250 steps a day. From my bed to my kitchen, to my sofa, to my desk, to my bed, to my kitchen, to a sofa, to the grave. But I noticed that the more I moved, the easier life got. The more often I exercise, the more enjoyable life gets. It's insane if you think about it, but exercising is the difference between having to call the Wi-Fi people and evaporating from the stress of it, and calling the Wi-Fi people and being well chuffed to get that ticked off the to-do list. Without exercise, the music they play when you're on hold is an assault to the senses. My vision goes white, my hearing almost goes, and I think I get as close to dying that the living can get. After a run though, that holding music is always such a banger. Number 3, being outside is nice, but going outside is like showering. Before having a shower, I think of all the things involved in it. Choosing new clothes, putting the old ones in the wash, taking them all off, getting wet, should I wash my hair, shaving, Jesus, shaving. Maybe I could do it later. I'll put some music on to hype myself up, and then I do it, and I never want to leave the shower again. Water is my element. How could I ever procrastinate this glorious experience? Cleanliness is a divine state. And then I reluctantly get out, and I think it's in the seconds where the air is cold against my wet skin and I'm looking for the towel and my feet are forming tiny little puddles on the floor that I forget all the good that just came from my shower and the cycle begins again. Going outside is just the same. Everything in me screams to stay at home. In fact, I crave to be pottering about in my house with my little indoor hobbies more than anything. But then gradually, as the indoor hours rack up, so does this overwhelming feeling of doom, of impossibility, of stagnancy, of temporary and easily solved sadness that feels permanent and unsolvable. And so, I reluctantly go through the motions of the transition. I undo my laces, I slip on my shoes, faff about finding my keys, check that the hob isn't about to blow up and then drag myself out. Once I'm out, I instantly regret not going out sooner. The wind on my face and its smell in my nostrils is such a life-changing sensation. I love the smell of rain, petrichor, I think that's called, and the warmth of the sun. The least capitalist of all pleasures, arguably unmonetizable, and yet feeling and seeing the sun remains one of the top highlights of the human experience. Within 5 seconds of being out, I think I should spend all my days outside. What an imbecile I was putting that off. But being wired the way I am, I will return home after, and the cycle will just repeat itself. Although it doesn't make any of it easier, my 20s are teaching me that I know that I enjoy being outside. I know I do, even if I don't feel like it from the indoors. Like all these little things that I was once fighting ferociously to avoid, my 20s have been, so far, about learning to know that they are good for me. Now, I hope you don't learn from my mistakes. For if you learn and grow from someone's experience and advice, I fear we are not the same. And it must be known that I am greatly intimidated by anyone who doesn't need to have their nose in it to learn. But I do hope these prompt you to notice the things you know are good for you and the ones that aren't.